hi guys, thank you so much for joining me once again in my channel. My name is Katambi Kenywa, and today I have my friend Kaberia Avario. He is a friend, he's an entrepreneur. Ama tunasemanga aje? Entrepreneur. And today we are going to talk about business. So yes. He has a company that he's going to talk about, and he'll introduce himself. So keep it short and sweet.
Thank you so much. My name is Kaberia Avario. I'm an entrepreneur running a consultancy company which deals with corporate training and business advisory. It's a great pleasure being here. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So today we are going to talk about starting up businesses.
Yes.
And the question that keeps bugging me is everyone actually an entrepreneur? Is everyone capable of starting up a business and running with it till the end? Mpaka tuone these are the results and this person is going somewhere with this business.
Wow, such a tough question. But there's a common saying which asks that entrepreneurs made or born. But I believe both aspects work, but they are more of made. Because like somebody can choose to be an entrepreneur. You don't need to come from an enterprising family for you to be an entrepreneur. All you need is to develop the right skills, the right stamina. I always like using the name stamina because there are so many challenges in entrepreneurship which you may not be able to counter them somewhere. So you need like shock absorber. You do work for clients, you are not paid. Sometimes the payment is delayed. So there's a lot on business. So I believe anyone can be an entrepreneur if you just put the right mindset and the right skills.
Yeah. So let's assume there's someone who is viewing this who wants to start a business or has a business that is going on. What is the best thing for them to do? Quit their job and then start a business, or start their business and then quit their job?
Well, I think I'll share with my personal experience. I was employed in the bank. But while I was still at the bank, I was able to identify some opportunities with the businesses. Most of the businesses were failing. So I quit my job in the bank to start the consultancy company. But now the quitting did not start at the time I sent the resignation letter. I had already started building structure while still at the employment. And so I quit to grow a business which I had already started. So it's advisable, you develop something. So when you are quitting, you are not quitting to start. You are quitting to grow something which you started.
So what things do you need to consider before quitting your job to start a business?
Well, before quitting your job to go to business, first of all, get to understand what business do you want to major in. Because different businesses have different cycles and they have different even mode of operations and all that. The other thing is that you should be aware that the future you are going to is very unpredictable. Have you put enough savings which will be able to run you? Do you have a right team which will be able to work with you? Do you have a pool of clients or prospects who will be able to give you business? So those are some of the things which you should be able to put. But most importantly, it's personal development. It's more of you than the business, because it is you now who will be running the business. You need to have the leadership right, the skills right, all the tools right. With that, you'll be able now to start and grow it.
I feel like you need to talk more about the personal development that you have just talked about right now.
Okay.
Like clarify more on that.
I'm sure most of the people, when you're in employment, you may not have an opportunity to exercise fully the leadership, which you may want to. But when you are running a business, you have a lot of things which require your leadership, even by controlling at what time you wake up, at the number of proposals you make, the type of meeting you have, the way you are convincing people. If you have staff, you need to exercise leadership to them. So the personal skill, the personal development which you need to have is now that about leadership. How do you lead your team? The other thing is negotiation. Business, there is always negotiation every day. Negotiating about the price, about the date for the business, about the payment. So you need to develop that skill of negotiation. Negotiation is something which you can be able to learn. And we say that never fear to negotiate and never negotiate with fear. So those are some of the things which you need to develop as an individual before even you develop the product. Otherwise you may have a nice product, but you may not be able to sell it or to sell out the market.
Exactly. I see your point. So sometimes you read a lot of online material, you listen to a lot of podcasts, you even buy books to read, books about business. But I feel like there is an importance of identifying someone on the ground, a real someone who is doing a similar business.
A mentor?
Yes, exactly, a mentor. Do you feel like there is it's important for someone to identify someone on the ground who is very much willing to hold your hand and to show you what is actually on the ground? Just elaborate on the importance of having a mentor in the field that you want to venture in.
I think I totally agree with you. Because like when you step outside, the learning, the online, the book, sometimes they don't matter so much. To be honest, most of the best lessons I've learned them in practice with the world, the real world. Because like online, they will tell you selling is easy until a time when you meet the real selling on the ground, where you need to make presentation, to make the pitches, to make all those negotiations, the pricing model. So it's always good to have a mentor, but not everyone is fortunate to have that mentor. Sometimes mentors view people like competition. If you come to me sometime, you want to start a company like mine, I may see you like maybe as a threat. I'm not saying that that's what I have, because like I've mentored so many people to start company like mine, but not everyone has that heart and that ability. So it's always good. You look for a mentor who will not mislead you, that is. And if you don't find a mentor in your line, let me tell you, business people are very versatile. You may not be doing beauty, but that person may be doing cars or something else, but they have knowledge which you need for them to sell. So if you don't get someone, don't mind or don't even say that you have wasted yourself. Get another business person who is willing. Because we mentor people in the beauty sector. Me, the only thing which is close to me and the beauty is just my haircut. But we mentor them and they succeed. Because there are some common things, the basics, the principles, which are very common in our businesses.
Plus, on top of looking for a mentor, there is this aspect of you doing your own research, and you can just get out there, look at what people are doing, and try to copy that or draw inspiration from that.
Exactly.
So, moving on, is it necessary to quit a job if your kind of side hustle is something that you can balance while you're still at work? Because you'll find that sometimes you can juggle your work and your side hustle. So is it really necessary to push someone to quit one and focus more on the other? Or if a person feels like they can focus on both of them, they can just go ahead?
Well, it depends with the type of people and the personality they have. Because like not everyone has the ability to multitask. Personally, I cannot be able to juggle between this like employment and business. Because I know I must put my focus, my whole effort on something. And once I do that, it grows very fast. There are some people who cannot divide their attention. But if you know that they can work in employment and still have a side hustle, still you can do it. The only limitation is that you are limiting your growth. Simply because something which has potential of growth will have a stagnated growth. Simply because you don't have time for marketing, time for pitching, time for sales, time for presentation. It's only like the lack of so much focus will make it stagnate. But if you see you can be able to do this and that, why not? Yeah, you can be able to balance.
So what are some of the challenges that you actually face as a person when you quit your workplace and you decided now I want to be a business trainer, I want to be a consultant in doing A, B, C, D? Share with us some of your experiences.
A couple of challenges, but notably, I had a very nice job. I'm confident to say a nice job because I was in a management in the bank. And being at managerial at 20s, you know it's not an easy thing. But I quit at the moment when I saw that my career was growing. Simply because I just wanted to resist the temptation of that increment of salary and you know the title, because I really wanted to start mine. But little did I know, the theory we hear is totally different from the reality on the ground. So the first challenge I met was an unpredictable market which does not recognize people with their titles. You may assume that because you have this high-flying title, either you are honorable, whoever, that once you get out, people are willing to do business with you because of that. Only that to come to the field, you see the dynamics are different. You need to network. You need to go down to the people. You need to give cost-friendly prices. So the first challenge I had a very big government contract. I would say the parastatal. And I had a very nice contract. And the terms of the terms of reference was I was to be paid in 30 days. So you know I'm using all the money I saved from the bank, knowing that you know with this contract I'm waiting for a few millions here and there to be paid to my account after 30 days. 30 days, no money. 60 days, no money.
2 months later, wow.
3 months later, still no money. Excuses that you know we are waiting for the exchequer to pay. You know, wait for the budget. 4 months, still no money. And it was my major project. I invested all my money. It was my first time when I was unable to pay rent for my house.
You mean?
Yes.
So you feel like you made a mistake somehow, or this is a mistake that you learned something from?
It was a necessary evil. That mistake has really helped me so much in business. And that's why I say I'm a good consultant. Because I consult with experience, not knowledge from the books. I developed negotiation skills. So, is there a way I can be able to negotiate so that I'm paid even a quarter of this amount of money? So I don't go negotiating for the full amount. Is there a way I can negotiate even with the bank so that they can be able to do the LPO financing? So you start developing skills. But it's always good. Don't judge just the book by its cover. You may have a paper contract, but that contract may be totally different from the reality. You know? So it's always good that as much as there is that contract, you know, you are given this and there is this offer, don't be too excited for it to make you quit your employer. Just get to hear from the people on the ground. There are some people I know 3 years down the line, they have not been paid for the work they did in 2018. I have a contract I've not been paid for 2017.
2017?
Yes.
Do you still have hopes of?
I have hopes. But I even forgot.
Almost 4 years later.
Exactly. That's the type of the country.
That's the kind of patience that you need to run a business,
and stamina.
Especially in Kenya.
Yes.
So, Kabe, we have heard of people who have quit their jobs and have gone out there and tried starting their own businesses. But with time, they realize that, this is like a mistake. So they go back begging their bosses to take them back or asking for their jobs back. How can we avoid such kind of mistakes for someone who has totally made a decision to quit their jobs and go start their businesses?
I feel you are speaking to me some few years back. I was in that exact situation. After quitting my job, exhausting all my savings, and you know you are at a position whereby you know people warn you against resigning. My parents were against, please, why don't quit? And then you are there, you are broke, you don't have even supper. So you need to eat the humble pie and ask for 100 or 200 shillings for supper. Then you will be given, but you will be reminded tulikwambia. But now you see that's the situation in Lifika. I was now begging my employer, please accept me, even on a contract, even on a half the terms I was in. And then I started also looking for jobs in other places until it came a point when I got a life-changing contract in business. That's now when I changed my mind. But it happens. So the best thing is before quitting, before writing that resignation letter, get to know the reality of life. And you know the reality of life not by listening at motivational speakers. Because
I feel like there is a lot of hype. Quit a job, get out there, start your own side hustle. But people don't talk about the challenges that you may actually face when you're out there, the amount of patience that you need.
Exactly. Like, get to know the information on the ground. Stop looking at so many things from motivation. Don't look for the, I do tell people I instead of comforting you with the, I better hurt you with the truth than comfort you with the lie. So like, I like telling you things on the ground. Yes, you can quit, but be aware that comfort you had, the luxury you had of sleeping and waking up knowing that your bill is sorted, it will no longer be there. Every month,
there is a lot of uncertainty.
Exactly. Every month I have headache, I have staff to pay, I have office rent to pay, I have taxes to pay, statutory payments to pay, and then it comes that you've not had any business. Stress.
I feel like most of the times you look at the successful business people and you feel like getting there is very easy. But you don't know that there is a lot of background work that has taken place for these people to be where they are at that particular moment. So that background work is actually what I wanted you to bring out in this talk. Because it's okay to have a business, it's okay to quit a job, but what do you need as a person for you to be able to do all that?
Now let me add a quick thing. Like my title is CEO, but my CEO means something different. It's not Chief Executive Officer. So it's Chief Everything Officer. You know why I say everything? I've not reached a comfort whereby I'm sitting back in the office to sign checks. I need to go down to the ground. I need to do sales. I need to do marketing. But some people, they quit employment because maybe you are used to staying in a rotating chair with a coat hang and nice AC. You come, you set up such a nice office, and you expect to get business from there. It will never happen. Yes.
So assume I want to quit my job today.
Yes.
I'm not doing that.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. This is just the talk for the talk.
Yeah.
I have a rent to pay.
Yes.
Maybe I have siblings that I need to take care of.
Yeah.
And there is no comfort of my salary.
Yes.
It will be there.
Yes.
By the end of the month.
Yes.
So how many months or how much money do I need to have before I run out of my own savings and for my business to start making money?
Okay. Yeah, we call it break-even point. That's the point when business can be able to meet its own expenses. It's able to pay you, it's able to pay its rent. But the ideal time, always look at 6 months ahead. Simply because business has cycles.
Yeah.
For a business to start and make a brand which is known, it takes time. Yeah. So you need to build up, say, at least for the 6 months, I have some savings. But most importantly, there's something we call bootstrapping. Start with minimal cost. Don't go hiring office. Yeah. Don't go hiring people. Exactly. Start working with even volunteers, your relatives, yourself, working from your house. Sure. You can use your laptop or your phone. So at least as you build up that, then when you get money, you'll be able to advance. Even the nice offices you see, they did start there. I started my company from my house. Yeah. But now I have an office with staff, with all that, because it's a journey.
Sure.
Yeah.
So can you emphasize on the benefits of transitioning smoothly from your job to your business? Because as I told you, the hype out there is too much about resigning, and you may end up burning some bridges as you're doing that.
Yeah, sure.
You may decide to get out of your workplace when there is this big project that you've been assigned, or when there's something that really needs to be done, and you leave a gap at your workplace.
Well, I think one of the things you've said very important is about never to burn bridges. I work closely with my former employer. I do some projects for them, simply because I did not burn bridges in my when doing my exit. And a smooth transition is whereby you are able to exit, not by soiling the name of your employer. Because like when you ask people, why did you quit? You know, I had a very nasty boss, you know, these people are exploiting me by like trying to take them as collaborators. Yeah. Like I'm quitting to start something which I believe will be able to add value to you. Yeah. It will be able to bring pipeline of clients or pipeline of marketing. Yeah. So I'm not quitting because of anything bad per se, but it's because I have my personal ambitions, which I believe is in line with my career, and on the big picture, it will be able to entangle to what you're really doing here. Sure. You're just trying to bring about positivity out of all that. Then, also seek advice from the bosses. As much as maybe you may feel that you want to give them a surprise, resignation or that, you'll come to find out that those are the people you need as clients.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. You'll meet them. They're the people maybe you'll need a recommendation from them. Sure. So it's always good. You say, by the way, I have this idea. I would like to work it out. If maybe you don't want me to quit, can you be able to allow me to work on it internally, but also focus on their other work? Yeah. But don't work in a solitude whereby you are trying to take them aside, that bad people, then you are the good person trying to seek green pastures.
Yeah. So apart from financial preparations, because I remember you talked about saving an amount that will keep you for quite some time before your own business starts paying off.
Yes.
Do you need to like prepare emotionally and mentally for all the tasking jobs ahead? Because I feel like it's tasking. You know, when you have a job, you know exactly what to do. You know exactly what time to do what you're supposed to do. Yeah. I mean, everything has been specified for you. Yeah. Sometimes it may not be easy, but at least you know I need to do A, B, C, D. Yes. But when it comes to business, there's a lot of unpredictability. Exactly. A lot of challenges may come in where you didn't expect them to. Yeah. So what kind of mental or emotional stage do you need to be at? Well, one, you really need those support. Mental support is whereby you are prepared yourself psychologically that I'm ready for it. And it is the longest journey. Before somebody says I'm ready, it takes a lot of things. A lot of soul searching, consultation,
Everything you do from reading online and all that, it's because to answer the question, am I ready psychologically? Then emotionally, you know, there are people who depend on you. Maybe you have relatives, you have family, they depend on you. And it will be an uncertain field for them. Talk to them, tell them, lifestyle may change for better or for worse. We are going to the business world. I may make $1 million in a day, and sometime we may even run a month without a single shilling. So let's adjust our lifestyle accordingly. Let's move with the way the budget will be moving. That is emotional. Then you should have people like mentors, talk to people like us, like me, who has been in the business. When you feel that government or somebody, a client has not paid you 100,000, until you meet somebody who has not been paid $1 million, you say, I feel stronger. Because like I thought my problem was big, but there's somebody with a whole elephant. And also that person with $1 million, you meet somebody, said, I have somebody who owes me 50 million. You see, that's now the emotional support. But most importantly, something which people ignored, that's why SetPace was formed, is something which we call the professional support. Sometimes you just need to be in the right side with the government in terms of taxes. You even don't know which taxes the company is needed. There's something we call compliance. Maybe you are going to start a food business or an alcohol business without knowing there's a license called a liquor license. Then maybe you want to start something which for you to register to it, you need a letter of no objection from the authorizing body, like law firms, like the accounting, like the ISPAC. You know, they are called the regulated spaces. So like SetPace is there to offer those advisory services. Like you want to register a business, you don't know whether to register it as a business name, as a partnership, as a company, as an LLP. You know, those things.
Yeah.
You need to look for an office until you get somebody who can tell you, you know, these days we have co-working spaces, whereby you can go, you share an office, and then you come when you have appointments. That's now what we do as SetPace consultants. And we have really supported so many people start the pipeline of businesses. And that's why I'm very proud to say that we have given birth to businesses which are thriving.
Yes.
And now those are the type of support you need. You also need spiritual support. Sometimes inafikanga inagongana. Unataka mtu akukuinulia mkono, akukumbushe God has plans for you. You know?
Mungu hajakuacha.
Mungu hajakuacha.
Yeah.
You look at the pending bills. Clients owe you in terms of 6 figures and such. You are brought here without rent. You start questioning your God.
Yes.
You are there, you had a very big contract. When you are going to implement it, lockdown in Abuja. That's what happened to us. Yes. We had a very big contract with a multinational company in Kenya. That's the time the lockdown came. And when you put your budget, you have been even hired consultants to run it. Sometimes you have paid down payments to hotels for you to do the trainings there. It happens. You've lost money, you've lost the opportunity. So you need generally those types of support.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe there's someone out there who is actually struggling and is torn between leaving their job, starting their business. They don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. Tell them something.
Well, business and employment, they are both good. But let me tell you one thing. Business is better, but it has its own challenges. You can make all the money in the world you may want. You have an open check. But be ready for pressure. Be ready for working for long hours. But it's doable. You can be able to make it. Just confront your fears. The opportunity lies on the other side of the fear. If you need support, don't cry alone. Look for other people on their shoulder, and that's how people grow. I wish you the best, and may you grow as a thriving entrepreneur.
And on my end, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Katambi Kenywa. This is Humans of Kenya. Remember to subscribe on my channel, like this video, share it, and thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have learned something, because I have learned a lot of things. He's a passionate teacher. You can hire him. By the way, unaweza wapatia your social media handles where they can reach you easily. Yeah, because mtu anaweza Google SetPace anapata other companies.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Our company is called SetPace Consultancy Limited, and our website is www.setpace.co.ke. SetPace is SETPACE. Our phone number is 0725-375-818. Feel free to talk to us. We are here to support you grow as an entrepreneur.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice one.